Hello, welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting this channel as I know this may be the first time you're watching me. This is the first video I'm making strictly just for YouTube. I usually make TikToks, but I wanted to make a YouTube video just to let you know what I'm all about, right? I'll do it very quickly and then we can focus on the topic of the day, which is patience. But as I said, I created this YouTube channel because in the past few years, I've been on my growth, development journey. That journey has not been easy, but I've learned a lot through reading books, through helping people, through also watching YouTube channels. So I thought, what better way for me than to pay it back to the people that actually helped me than to actually help more people? Because I know that you may come across my video, but you may not come across other people's videos, right? So this YouTube channel is all about growth, personal growth, as well as spiritual growth and physical growth, right? What are your goals that you have that you want to accomplish that you may need help with? You may need motivation, or you may need different ways of looking at the problem, right? So today we're going to be talking about patience. And I think that patience is such a wonderful, wonderful topic to start with because you live in a world of instant gratification. What happens when you want to communicate with your loved ones, with a friend, your girlfriend, boyfriend? All you have to do is pick up your phone and call them. What happens if you want to go out to party but you don't want to drive? All you have to do is go on the app and order a Lyft or an Uber. What happens when you're hungry but you don't want to go out? You pick up your phone and you order pickup food or delivery. You see, everything around you right now, everything around the world right now functions on instant gratification and how fast things can get done for you to live a comfortable life, for your expectations to be met. Now, that's not a bad thing. I actually enjoy having all of those things, all of the information at the top of my fingers, right? Or at my fingertips. That's what I meant. It's nice because then I don't have to go out if I don't want to. Because if I have an emergency and I have to communicate to someone, 911 or a friend or my family, I can just pick up my phone and call them. It does make your life more simple. But at the same time, it creates an expectation for you to have everything at your fingertips. And you expect that everything and everyone should meet that expectation. Because the sum of our lived experiences create a perception. And if you look at life through that perception of impatience, you're not gonna get very far. Because you're going to be impatient with your family, you're going to be impatient with your loved ones, you're going to be impatient with your business, and you're going to be impatient with yourself. And if you're impatient with your business partners, they're not going to want to do any business with you. If you're always on their booty, for lack of a better word, about getting stuff done, and the expectation is way too high, they're not gonna wanna work for you or do business with you. That being said, I'm not saying to allow everyone to be lazy. That being said, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have expectations. But you should check your expectations and see if they're realistic or if they can be flexible. Because maybe you're not being flexible. How can this affect your life? Well, let's talk about it in business. If you're impatient and you're starting a business, you're gonna notice right away that your business is not making as much money as you thought it was gonna make in the first few years. If you're starting a YouTube channel or a TikTok channel, you're gonna wanna have millions of followers within the first few months because that's how you're used to the instant gratification. You don't wanna take longer than that, than a few months. You want to be rich quick. You want to create the body that you have or that you want within months. Why do you think that nowadays there's a lot of scammers? Because it is what it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Why do you think there's many scammers on YouTube, on all the social media, scamming you from your money, offering you rich, quick schemes, and also how to get the body that you want for the summer in 60 days? And people actually buy them and they make these people millionaires. Why? You know why? Because you're so used to instant gratification that you think that if you buy that program, it's gonna fix your problem right away. And all of us want our problems to be solved right away. We don't want to take a long time, right? And I understand that. But everything that's worthwhile takes time. I lost 100 pounds, but it took me a tremendous amount of effort, spread out in a year and 2 months. It was in the 60-day process that I hopped on and I was able to lose all my weight and gain a little bit of muscle. It wasn't like that. It was effort, and it was exhausting at times. I also changed my mindset and I defeated anxiety. And I'm not here to say that all types of anxiety are defeatable, that you don't need your meds. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not saying that you need to get off of your meds. But the anxiety that I had was being created by myself. And I defeated anxiety, and it wasn't easy. How did I defeat it? By changing my mindset, by changing my beliefs, by changing my perceptions of life and how things need to work around me in order for me to create a better life. Because when you have perceptions that things need to be perfect, and when things are not perfect, you immediately get mad because your expectation wasn't met. So do you see why you have to be patient? Because if you're not, you're gonna give up right away. And see, I had this conversation with my girlfriend today because she has a business and she's starting her business again. And she was telling me how she was not feeling patient because she sees online all these people that get millions of followers, that make millions of dollars in a few months. I personally believe that they're bullshitting you, that they're not telling you the truth. I personally believe that they're not telling you the truth 100%. They're not telling you that it took way longer than a few months. Nothing in this world takes only a few months. Nothing worthwhile takes a few months. They were either doing market research or they were preparing themselves to the launch or whatever that is that they were doing. They were probably doing that for at least a few years before they launched that thing that seemed so successful. Because it took them 2 or 3 or 5, even 10 years to be an overnight success. I do believe that. When I look at someone that's successful, and I've met a lot of people that are successful, and I've met with people that are successful, and I've read their books, and I've gone to seminars, the people that are real successes, they will tell you that it takes time and effort for you to create the life that you want to create. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes effort. And with effort comes patience. If you don't have patience, you won't get anywhere. Because you will want things to get done and be so fast that when that expectation is not met, you just walk away. You do not want to be like the farmer that wanted to find diamonds. And because he didn't want to farm, he sold his land for pennies on the dollar to someone else. And he left his farm and he went to look for diamond mines. But the farmer didn't realize that his land was sitting on the biggest diamond mine. And the guy that bought that from him, pennies on the dollar, he started digging because he knew there were diamonds there. And he found the diamonds. You may be standing on your own field of diamonds right now, but you're so impatient that you want to go do something else because you see other people getting success faster than you. It doesn't work like that. You need to understand that success takes time. It takes patience. You have to be like the bamboo tree. You see, Chinese bamboo trees do not grow for the first 4 years. There is nothing that shows growth for the first 4 years. And then on the 5th year, a little plant comes out. And that little plant grows 90 feet in 5 weeks. How amazing is that? If that isn't patience, I don't know what it is. I don't know what else will be patience. That is patience. And the thing is, people will say that there was no growth in those 4 years. In fact, I just stated that myself. But is that true? That is not true at all. You know why that's not true? Because it needed those 4 years in order to get to the 5th year and then sprout out and then grow 90 feet in 5 weeks. It needed those 4 years of being taken care of. If you have ever farmed at all, I have been a farmer in the past when I grew up in Mexico. You know that you must first plant the seeds and then cover them with the soil, fertilize them, water them, and treat them like beautiful babies. And then eventually they'll come out of the ground. And then eventually they'll become a crop. So what makes you think that life should be the opposite of nature? What makes you think that you should get a crop without planting anything? What makes you think that you don't have to plant something and water it and fertilize it in order to get something worthwhile? What makes you think that you can just get the crop? Probably the life that you're living right now of instant gratification. If you want the crop, you just go buy it, right? But the farmer had to go through that whole process, and you're exchanging money for that. But if you want anything worthwhile that you're creating yourself, you have to base your creation based on natural creation, not purchase creation. You see, natural creation, you must plant the seed first. And if we're talking about business creation, YouTube creation, anything like that, I personally believe there are 3 stages of creation. Imagination, which is planting the seed. You're looking at your imagination, you're seeing the vision first, and you're trying to create something that seems impossible, but you know it's possible for you. And you create that in your imagination, you're planting the seeds. Theory. To me, theory means that you're looking for information to prove your theory right, to prove that there are other people that are doing what you want to do. And if there isn't any theory, you create your own, because theories can be created. That's the second part of creation. Imagination is when you're planting. Theory, when you're looking for information and creating theories, is when you're watering and fertilizing. And then the final step, it becomes a fact. When it becomes a fact, that's when you get the crop. But see, first you must imagine and believe that it's possible. And even create your own theory if it has to happen that way. Maybe no one has done it before, so you're going to be the first one to do that. And you must believe in that. And then it becomes a fact. And when we have the physical fact, no one questions it. But people will question you. People will question you when you're in the imagination and then the theory stages. And that's just the way it is. Most people in this world will never create anything meaningful because they don't focus on creating their own things. They just want to purchase things. Move yourself from a purchaser or a consumer to a creator. When you do that, you'll become healthy. Healthy, and financially healthy too. Think about it. I consume anime every now and then. People that make the anime are multimillionaires. Am I a multimillionaire when I'm consuming it? No. It's still nice to consume it every now and then, but if all I do is consume anime all day, I'm just a consumer. I'm not a producer of anything. I'm not a creator. Even when you go on to your job, you're part of the creation process, but you're not the creator. The creator is the owner of the business, the board. Those are the creators. You're just you are a little part of creation, and therefore you get paid a little out of that, but you're not really being a creator. And then you go on your whole life to be a consumer of sports, a consumer of phones, a consumer of everything that's around you, a consumer of information, and sometimes consuming bad information because you don't know better. And that could be detrimental for your life. Because your life is up to you, it's not up to anyone else. Your life is up to you. Your story is up to you. Whatever you're gonna be, whatever you're gonna do with your life, whatever dream you're gonna pursue, it's up to you. And even if it seems impossible, you have to follow that. And you have to feel within you that it's possible for you. It was impossible for someone else, but it's possible for you. Why? Because it's you. Because you have a burning desire that this is going to work for you. It doesn't matter that it didn't work for somebody else. It doesn't matter that even your own parents and your own brothers and sisters and your own circle doesn't believe in you, because you believe in yourself, and that's all you need. If you believe in yourself and you believe in a higher power, nothing's impossible. And I'm not saying you have to believe in God, but when you believe in God and you find strength in God, or the universe, or source, you can give your problems to the source. And source is so powerful that they just transmute and they'll alchemize those problems for you. And then all of a sudden, you don't have to worry about problems. It doesn't mean to keep going after problems and create more problems because now you can give them away to source. No, but it means that your problems are not bigger than the God that lives within you, the God that's helping you, the angels that are helping you. Because you see, as we talk about patience, you also have to be patient with yourself. Patient with the process that is taking you to become the better version of yourself. Because you're not the best version of yourself. That's why you're in this journey of growth, this journey of life. And it's going to take a lifetime for you to become the best version of yourself. But the alternative is you stay the same or even worse. Be patient with the process. Be patient with yourself. Understand that you're a human and you're going to have feelings. And those feelings are going to get on your way. But also understand that you're not your feelings. A lot of people don't understand that their feelings are different from them. Your feelings are part of you, but they're not you. The moment you identify with your feelings, you become your feelings. If you say, I'm angry, then for sure you're angry, right? Because you're claiming that. And when you claim that, that becomes you. And when your feelings are constant and you claim them, that becomes your personality. That's why we have people that are angry all the time or people that are happy all the time, because they identify themselves with that feeling of happiness or the feeling of anger. You are not your feelings. But allow yourself to feel feelings because you're a human. And you must allow yourself to feel those feelings. Because there's nothing wrong with feelings. What's wrong is when you identify with the feelings and you get stuck in that and it becomes your personality. As humans, we have quite a range of emotions. When those emotions get on your way as a little bump on the road, be patient with yourself and be patient with your feelings. Stop comparing yourself to others like my girlfriend was doing. That's detrimental. You are on a different journey than others, and there's always going to be someone that's better than you and does it better than you. But here's the trick. There will always be someone that does whatever that is that you're doing, even if you're passionate about it. There will always be someone that's more passionate about what you're doing than you, and that's better than you. But what you must understand is that they will never touch the lives of the people that you are meant to touch. We're here for a reason. We're not here to be nothing. You're here for a reason, and you are meant to touch the lives of certain people. And nobody else will touch those lives unless you do it. Even if that person is better than you, stronger, happier, better looking, that person will never touch the lives of the people that you're meant to touch. And giving up on your dreams means that you're giving up on yourself, God, your family, and you're giving up on those that you're supposed to touch, because nobody else will come and touch them because you're meant to do that. Imagine if you died. Imagine if you died and you're in heaven or whatever you believe in, or there is something, a scripture or something that tells you, right, whether it is God or whatever that you believe in. I believe it's God. Imagine that you died and you're in front of God and he tells you, you didn't listen to your purpose. You didn't live with purpose. You didn't do what you were supposed to do because you were so busy living in society, living in what others told you, living your parents' dreams. And as a result, you didn't become the person that you could become. And as a result, you didn't touch the lives of those people that you were going to touch. And as a result, those people never lived a fulfilled life because you didn't live in your power and your passion. And the reason why I send you to that beautiful planet. And now, all those lives will never be touched by anybody else because you were supposed to touch them. That would be such a bad conversation to have. If you fear anything, I would suggest you fear that. Don't fear anything that's of this planet. Because the worst thing that can happen is you die. And I'm not trying to speed up your death, but we all came here to die. See, most of you are living your life and being comfortable and not taking risk and not doing anything with it and avoiding criticism because why? You're acting and living your life like as if you were gonna get out of this alive. You came here to die. And every day, the version of you that's not supposed to be here today must die. You die every day. You must die every day. Every version of yourself must die every day so that a better version of yourself gets created. Stop living your life as if you were gonna get out of here alive. Because you're not. None of us is or are. We came here to die, my man. And it's just gonna continue to be like that. So even if there's someone out there that does it better than you, who cares? It's your dream. It's nobody else's dream. It's a dream that was planted in you. It's a dream that comes from a bigger source. You cannot deny it. Since I was a little kid, I had a dream to influence people, to help them to have a better life, for them to have a better life through me. And that's not ego, but rather I knew that I could speak in front of people and motivate them and give them hope and give them the tools that they need to grow from a very young age. And I allowed society and I allowed my family to take those dreams away from me because they told me that being a speaker wasn't a career. And me, not knowing that, I believed them. And there was a time where I went to this company, Amway, and I sat in one of their meetings and I saw that speakers were there and they were doing it for a living. And the person that brought me to that meeting told me, well, if you want to be speaker, the only way is for you to become that level so that you can do speeches in Amway. And something in me, I was only 17 years old, told me I don't want to do Amway. There's nothing wrong with Amway. I'm just saying personally I didn't want to do anything with Amway. And so I stepped away again, not knowing that there was more to it. Not knowing that there are people that actually do speaking for a living. Not knowing that there are YouTubers that do this and get paid. And I let my dreams go. I did that. I allowed people to take my dreams away from me. I did that. But now I'm reborn and I have my dreams with me, and I want you to feel the same way. I want you to feel that power within you. There's something in you that tells you and guides you every now and then to do something with your life, but you don't listen because you're listening to your problems. You're listening to your loved ones. Sometimes your loved ones are your worst enemies when it comes to your dreams. They're the dream killers. So you must watch who you listen to. You have to protect your dream. You have to go after it. Even if someone does it better than you. Because you are a gift to this world and you came here to touch someone's life. Whatever that is that you do. You came here to touch someone's life through whatever that is that you do. Even if it's cooking. Oh my God, cooks touch so many lives. And I don't want you to think this way, but I know of people that have considered suicide, but because they went to a restaurant and they were treated very, very well by the staff and the food was great, they found a reason to live through food and through the service that those people provided. You might think that what you're doing is so small, but you came here to touch people's lives. That's why you're here. You're here to change people's lives. That's why you're here. And you must be patient. You must be patient because it takes years to do that. It's not, and it's a life journey. Imagine if life was over every single time you accomplished something. You wouldn't want to accomplish anything. Because every time you wanted a new car and you got a new car, you would die. It's a life journey. And the journey of self-development and going after your dreams, it's a life journey. You may think, oh, I just want to make $1 million and that's it. But once you make the $1 million, your dream is going to grow, and it's going to grow more than just money. Because goals are meaningful, and life is a journey, an entire journey. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with others. Do not mistake God's patience for His absence. Because everything happens in divine timing. His timing, or the universe's timing, it's perfect. Just like you. Trust yourself. Be patient. Understand that this world works on instant gratification. But anything that's worthwhile takes time. And you're like the bamboo. You're like those little seeds that get planted and then later become a crop. They don't happen right away. You are that. Follow the laws of the universe and nature and creation, and you'll see that you'll get to your dream eventually. I don't know when. It's not a perfect science, but I can tell you that it's law. Based on all the books I've read, based on all the people that I've talked to, I can tell you that it's law. It's a universal law that if you are patient, if you stick with your dreams, if you do everything you can do and you fight for them, and at some point you'll achieve them. To some people it takes 5 years, to some people it takes 10, for some people it takes 25, for some people it may even take 40 years. But the alternative is you stay the same. The alternative is you continue with what you're doing. And I will say this to you. I've never met anyone that's happy with where they're at. Even the people that are successful, they want more. Even if it's not money, they want to touch more lives. They want to do more with their life. So don't come here and tell me that you're happy with where you're at. You're here for more. You're here for more. Therefore, protect your dreams and be patient. And I'll see you at the next one.